but just I have some reasons to believe that there might be something in your vehicle. I've been wrong before, but there's just some things I'm seeing that makes me want to go a little further with the investigation. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I'll wait for a canine. The canine will walk around the outside of your vehicle. If it alerts to anything, then we'll do a search of the vehicle. Okay, so he got a positive alert on your driver's side door. Is there anything small that you know of? I'm gonna have you sit in the back seat while I search. I'm not gonna put handcuffs on you or nothing, right? But you are detained because of the positive alert. If we don't find nothing in there, then you'll be good to go, man. Okay? You have any questions? All right. Yeah, it's 5 in numbers.
Searching, looking for the light, looking for the light. Gotta do it right. We searching, looking for the light, looking for the light. Do it all night. Hey, what we doing? What we doing? Where we going? Where we going? What we doing? Where we going? Nobody knowing. Hey, what we doing? What we doing? Where we going? Where we going? What we doing? Where we going? Nobody knows. I'm the man with the vision.
Like I said, I try not to be a jerk about things, because 9 times out of 10 this is what happens. So.
Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, and I want to thank you for bringing us over the 300,000 subscriber mark. This video is highlighting the civil rights lawsuit that was just filed by the Institute for Justice. So I want to show you some of the additional raw footage from that event that they did not highlight in their video, which is great, by the way, and which I want you to watch because it perfectly lays out the Fourth Amendment law explaining why this was an unconstitutional search and seizure that took place in Bexar County, Texas.
This police officer in San Antonio, Texas, stopped Alex Schott while he was driving home from a work trip and ended up ransacking his car to look for drugs.
My name is Alex Schott. I live in Houston, Texas with my wife and 2 young sons.
Let's roll the tape and see whether this officer complied with the Fourth Amendment.
But the rest of the footage, I'm so glad that I pulled the raw footage because it is crazy and some of it is actually hilarious. Let's take a look at it. But first, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, the Ridge Wallet. It's almost Father's Day. The perfect Father's Day gift is a Ridge Wallet because it's the last wallet the father in your life will ever need, which using my link at ridge.com/TCRL, right now you can save up to 40% off through June 15th. That's ridge.com/TCRL. Surely the fathers in your life haven't been using the same phone over the past 10 years, and as technology develops, our gadgets have improved. So why use an old-fashioned wallet then? The Ridge Wallet expands to hold up to 12 cards plus room for cash, while remaining as slim as possible, making life so much easier. There are 30 plus colors and styles, including carbon fiber, which I have here, and also gold, which I personally use myself. So I'm still using my gold colored Ridge wallet. I started using it about 7 or 8 months ago, and it's still doing great. I actually love using it, as well as the key case. So here's the carbon fiber key case, and you can get it to match your wallet, but it holds your keys in the order that you want to have them, and there's no jumbling around for keys in the dark. It's also easy to use with one hand. There's over 50,000 5-star reviews. They give you a lifetime warranty as well as a 99-day test drive. Again, get the best offer with ridge.com/TCRL, and right now you can save up to 40% off with the Father's Day sale through June 15th. So if you're in the market for a great Father's Day gift, help support this channel by supporting our sponsor, the Ridge Wallet. Here is the beginning of the stop.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Hey, my name is Joel. I'm with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. The only reason I'm stopping you is when I was watching over there, you were drifting over that fog line pretty hard. I just want to make sure everything's okay.
But this is a video from Alex's personal dash cam before he was stopped. I don't see any drifting there. Do you?
Because I got a lot of people traveling out here, long hours. So, everything good?
Absolutely. I stayed in the hotel last night.
Oh, okay, I got you. You got your driver's license on you? It's not going to be a ticket. It's going to be a warning. You got any firearms in the vehicle? I always ask, man, because it's Texas. Everybody and their mother has one.
I don't think I have one right now.
I got you, man.
I'm really sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, dude. We just have a lot of accidents, and man, the other day I ran into a dude, 20 hours, and he hadn't slept yet. So I was like, God damn it, dude. Hey, I'm gonna have you step out and sit in my passenger seat while I do your warning, okay? Thanks a lot, man.
Let me turn my car off.
It's up to you. It's a, yeah, because we're not going anywhere. I'm secure. Hey, do you mind if I give you a quick pat down just to make sure? Because you're in. All right, awesome. Just have a seat next to me, man. Oh. How you doing today?
Don't come out this way too often.
Oh, you don't?
So this is really weird. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. So this was sort of a fake traffic stop. He says he pulled him over for drifting, but you can see on the video that he wasn't drifting. And as you'll hear the officer explain, he doesn't do traffic enforcement anyways. Instead, he's sort of like some psychological guru of law enforcement who can just feel when there might be drug smugglers coming through his area of operations. So he asks a series of questions, and it goes on and on and on. And again, I'm glad I pulled the raw footage. Yes, I had to cut this up because you'd be sitting here for an hour listening to this conversation he's having with this guy. But just listen to some of the questions that get asked when this guy gets pulled over for some supposed traffic stop and pulled into this guy's police cruiser and coerced into this conversation.
How do you say your name? Alec? Where are you from? Houston? What were you doing down here? Oh, really? What do you do for work? What is that? Where was your customer at? I'm not from Texas, man. I'm from Maine.
Oh, well, I drove last night because it was...
What hotel did you stay at? I just stayed at one the other day. I was lucky. The one I stayed at was a new one. This thing I'm giving you, man, it looks like a ticket, but it's a warning, okay? I'm 42 years old, and I spent 18 years as an infantryman prior to being a cop, so I'm not the brightest.
Hey, that's hard work, man.
Yeah. When was the last time you came down this way? You like Houston? I know there's a lot of crime. Stayed at that Holiday Inn, and I was like, and I was in this thing, and I thought I was gonna get
Well,
my
there's some
vehicle
weird
robbed.
parts. I don't know which part you're in, but there's some parts I would not stay.
I was right by the airport.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, that's
We just had an 18-wheeler the other day, 100 and something people in it stuffed in. So your name is Scott, S-C-H-O-T-T, and your address, date of birth? Has this been your truck from the beginning? What year is it? And it was funny because when San Antonio recently got that snow,
Yeah.
they acted the way Maine did to the ice storm.
yeah.
And I was like, man, it was like 3 inches. It was horrible. What's your phone number, sir? I think sleepy drivers are more dangerous than drunk drivers. You live in a house or an apartment? And then what was it you were working on with your customer here? Were you selling him something? So did you just kind of go there and tell him about it? Did you go over there with anybody else? Have you ever been in trouble with anything? Anything with the law or anything like that? Yeah, I always tell people, man, they think all cops are out here for speeding. I was like, no, not all cops. So what I do, what I am is I'm on what's called a criminal interdiction unit. So I don't have to deal with all that crap. I don't give tickets, I give warnings. And the main reason is I sit on the side of the highway and I'm out here looking for, because it's bad out here, human smuggling, drug smuggling, and all those things like that. If you're going 100 miles an hour, there's cops for that. It ain't me. The guy I'm looking for is the guy that's going to be going 76 into 75 and slows down to 65 when he sees me. Now we're dealing with somebody who
has
just
something-
reacted. Yeah. So
Reacted poorly, very guilty.
it's all behavior stuff, man, and that's what we do out here. Oh my God. Is your wife? Oh, okay. And is that your mom? Oh, okay. Do you have anything in your vehicle that you're not supposed to have? Do you have any marijuana in the vehicle? Any cocaine? Any heroin? And that's black or brown. Any THC oil, THC wax, vapes, anything of that nature. Any types of methamphetamine, being crystal or liquid. Any pills that aren't prescribed to you. Any hallucinogens, being THC oil, THC wax, anything like that. Do you have any large sums of money over $10,000? Do you have any types of anything illegal? Has anybody asked you to carry anything in your vehicle? And are you the only person that's driven this vehicle for the last 48 hours? Would you allow me to search your vehicle?
Or not.
Okay, so what I'll do is we have a canine pretty close, so I'm gonna have a canine come out and do a walk around your vehicle. That way it'll go quicker. But just I have some reasons to believe that there might be something in your vehicle. And the reason I'm not trying to freak you out. So what I hate about police, as funny as that sounds, I hate when cops use what's called smoke and lasers. I hate when dudes like dance around. So what I do is I talk to people and I do behavioral analysis type stuff. And I've been wrong before, but there's just some things I'm seeing that makes me want to go a little further with the investigation, okay? I'll be straight up with you. So because I'm out here looking for big shit, and this is how I break it down to people. if you have anything small, these dogs will alert right down to a roach in the ashtray. So I don't go to bed at night and dream about putting people in jail.
No,
it ain't that serious for me. So
I don't have anything to hide in my business.
And then say like, and another big one I do that cops fail to do a lot is, so you said no. If I was to say, okay, I'm gonna have a dog come out, and then you were to say yes, I would say no. We're not gonna do that.
Right.
We're not gonna, because then it's coercion and all that. A lot of guys mess that up, man. Let me call this up because I know he's not far. Is there a narcotics canine available?
So if you look at the body cam timestamps, it's been about 15 minutes already from the stop until the time that this police officer calls for the drug canine. Now, supposedly the stop was just a basic traffic stop, but he pulls the guy in the car and he starts having this conversation with him. And 15 minutes goes by before the guy even calls for the drug dog. So the federal case law only allows for a reasonable amount of time for a basic traffic stop to take place. Here, that is not taking place. He brings the guy in his car and he's having a conversation with him that, as you see, leads up to this big drug investigation that is going to go nowhere. That is unreasonable. Just because you have reasonable suspicion to perform a traffic stop detainment is not a blank check to perform any detainment, to perform a drug smuggling investigation just based on him allegedly drifting over a center line. That would require additional facts that are not present here that would provide information or allegations that this guy could be some sort of a drug smuggler. And none of that is present. It's just this crazy conversation he's having with the guy. So already there's likely no reasonable suspicion for the original stop, because we can see from the dash cam footage that there doesn't appear to be any traffic violation. But assuming even if there had been 15 minutes of conversation in the car, that is going to be unreasonable under the Fourth Amendment. If he was going to call a drug dog, he should have called the drug dog to arrive while he was already performing the basic functions of a traffic stop, which he didn't do.
I talk to a lot of people in this car daily. I'll arrest dudes. It's shit that I'm not looking for, but unfortunately, when you're looking for stuff, behaviors don't change, whether it's a dime bag or whether it's a pound. I'll take guys in with like 6 felonies and they'll thank me. And I'm like, what are you thanking me for, dude? And you know what they'll tell me? And this is what makes me see there's a problem. They'll tell me, you know what, because I've never had a cop talk to me the way you talk to me. I spent 18 years in the infantry, been to war 3 times. I've been through too much in my life to...
Too much shit.
Nothing, law enforcement is going to show me nothing that's going to excite me. So...
I've never even smoked a cigarette.
Yeah. I was wild in the Army. It sucks, man, because I'll run into people out here. The last guy I ran into, I felt bad, man, because he got offered all this money to take a trip. And I get it, because I've never been offered $35,000 to go from point A to point B. So I'm telling him, like, look, dude, I am not judging you. I don't think you're a bad person. People are hard up for money, and when you get offered something like that, it is what it is, but... training in the morning. I'm also on the what's called the negotiator, like hostage crisis negotiations. It's funny, I spent all those years being an infantryman, and I came out here and I was like, yeah, maybe I want to go SWAT. And as I started doing the job, I started realizing, like, hey, you know what, the Army made me, because I did recruiting too, I said the Army made me a pretty good talking person. So I realized I have a talent of talking. So
easing people.
I like when I see, and it's funny because I like seeing SWAT team get upset because they want to make entry.
Because you solve the problem.
Yep. I show up and I get the guy out of the house and they're like, God dang it, because they have all the gear on and the show's ready to go. They're taking selfies in their gear. Sometimes the canine, it just depends who I get. This guy's usually pretty chill. Some of them like to talk to y'all before they do the run, and some don't. So I think he will. He'll probably ask you a couple questions, probably the same type of stuff I asked you before he runs. So is it like sales? What you're doing, or when you come in, is it already sold?
It's half sales, half. Oh.
There's like a dead animal over there. I can smell it.
So now the drug dog and the handler have arrived. The deputy gets out and he tells him that, yeah, like this is one of the vehicles that we've been tracking or some BS like that, which was completely bogus, thus really probably convincing the handler that he had some drug smuggling kingpin wink, wink.
What's going on? Yeah, so it's off that thing. So I don't want to too much, but this is one of the ones.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to talk to him.
Everything matched or what?
Yeah, well, it's the one that I was looking for. So they've been tracking it. But yeah, he's yeah. If you want to talk to him one more time, see, he went all the way to somewhere to go meet somebody for a job. But you can see it, like he's giving me a lot of. He's just real nervous. He wasn't really giving me too much details of his trip, and
Did you check the truck or not?
no, he didn't want to.
I think part of what's going on here is this deputy is just a legend in his own mind. I mean, you heard everything that he said to this guy in the car. I mean, even the SWAT team is jealous of him because his psychological powers at sniffing out these drug smuggling operations are just, it will make you jealous. And so it sounds like he's telling the canine handler, like, yeah, this is one of the secret missions that I've been working on. We've been tracking this vehicle, wink, wink, so there's drugs in here, make it happen. And so here you'll see the actual drug dog search footage. And as the Institute for Justice displayed in their video, and I'll show you the way they presented it because it was great, it completely blows this voodoo out of the water. The drug dog handler signals to the dog like, hey, this is what I want you to do. And that's how the dog has been trained. And that's what happened, but take a look for yourself.
Okay, so he got a positive alert on your driver's side door. Is there anything small that you know of? I'm gonna have you sit in the back seat while I search. I'm not gonna put handcuffs on you or nothing, right? But you are detained because of the positive alert. If we don't find nothing in there, then you'll be good to go, man. Okay? You have any questions? All right. Yeah, it's 5 in numbers. I don't know anything about like how the dogs work, but
Yeah, he wanted to get in there. He sat hard. I tried walking away. He started whining and barking.
Searching, looking for the light, looking for the light, gotta do it right. We searching, looking for the light, looking for the light, do it all night. Hey, what we doing, where we going, where we going, what we doing, where we going, nobody knowing. Hey, what we doing, where we going, what we doing, where we going, nobody knowing. I'm the man with the vision, my focus is infrared. 360 degrees out can turn his head. Keep your head on the swivel, it's easy to end up dead. I'm the man with the plan that's pushing you to the edge. We searching.
Okay, sir. We're done. I'm gonna give you this before I forget. Yeah, and then your warning. We took off your car seats so that we could get under the seat. But like I said, I try not to be a jerk about things because 9 times out of 10, this is what happens. So
as you see, they completely ransacked the guy's vehicle, destroyed his property, and shockingly, they found nothing because the guy wasn't smuggling drugs. He wasn't doing anything wrong. They were just wrong. And an interesting thing from the IJ's lawsuit, go down to, and I'll post this at the blog, if you go down to paragraph 111 and 12, it says, Bexar County trains its deputies, especially this criminal interdiction unit, on how to get around the Fourth Amendment's protections in traffic stops. For example, for multiple years before this Deputy Babb stopped this guy, Bexar County paid for training from Desert Snow LLC. Desert Snow LLC provides courses to law enforcement officers on aggressive methods for highway interdiction, including how to manipulate the circumstances of a traffic stop to extend the stop and search the vehicle. Over the past 2 years, the percentage of Bexar County Sheriff's Office traffic stops that include searches has increased, while the number of searches where contraband was discovered has decreased. In fact, in 2022, Bexar County Sheriff's Office reported conducting 536 searches during traffic stops, but only discovering contraband in 115 of those searches. As they say, even crime wouldn't pay if the government ran it. The driver, Alec, reported to the agency that employed this deputy about the violation of his rights, and he was completely given the runaround. So he first made a phone call and reported what had happened. So on April 12th of 2022, I'm at paragraph 96, by the way, of the lawsuit, Alec spoke with an internal affairs officer named Marta Rodriguez, who was following up on his initial phone complaint. Rodriguez informed Alec that she had seen nothing wrong with the actions of the officers based on the body cam footage. Alec informed Rodriguez that his dash cam footage showed that he had not drifted out of his lane and that this Deputy Babb did not have any reason to stop him. So later that evening, Alec received a follow-up call from a second internal affairs officer named Hernandez. Hernandez said that he had looked at the recordings from Babb's body cam footage and could see that Alec had indeed crossed over the fog line. But again, because Deputy Babb's body camera did not capture any footage of the road or of Alec driving, they had no footage. It was a lie. They had no footage of his driving, of his truck moving, let alone straying from his lane, which it never did. So Hernandez maintained, quote, "We can see all of these violations you made from the body camera. And if you don't like how we conduct our business, you should file a lawsuit." Well, I guess they got what they asked for. So when Alec continued to claim that his rights had been violated, Hernandez laughed at Alec and put him on hold for 20 minutes. This is how your government treats you. After checking to see if Alec was still there, after 20 minutes, Hernandez put Alec on hold for another 15 minutes. Hernandez then checked to see if Alec was still there a second time. So when Alec confirmed that he was still on the line, Hernandez repeated his request that Alec challenge us in court if you don't like how we conduct business, and hung up on Alec. Despite the complaint reporting his civil rights violations, Babb and Molina were not and have not been disciplined for violating any Bexar County policy and custom concerning what you saw in this footage. So what I'm asking you to do is, in the link, you will find a donation link where you can donate money right now to the Institute for Justice to help fund this lawsuit. And not only this one, but similar lawsuits that they file all over the country. They do great work. None of us have constitutional rights if we're not going to enforce them for others. Remember, freedom.
Traffic crime, you do not have the right to do that. You are detained.
Do you remember this video that we did a few months ago? This was from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Well, finally, a decision has been made as to the continued employment of this police officer, Michael Ferguson. If you recall, Officer Ferguson really did not like this guy, Richard, along with a few other people.
Richard, he's he's always doing stuff like this. This guy's just trying to work. Richard was blocking the road. He does stuff like this all the time.
Oh, I'm very familiar with Mr. McMahon.
Yeah.
So I get here and he's got his little four-door car blocking the entire cul-de-sac. And he comes out and he's like, "Yeah, Richard's a prick." And I'm like, "Yep, he is." It would bring me great pleasure if we could take Richard McMahon to jail tonight. I was just going to see what all traffic charges I have on Richard. Illegal parking probably would be my guess. He's a narcissist with nothing better to do. McMahon. I hate this guy. I hate Richard McMahon. Oh, I'll stand back and let you guys take care of it. I just think he's a bag.
Well, the city of Broken Arrow did decide to fire Officer Michael Ferguson.
Well, Broken Arrow Police Sergeant Michael Ferguson has been fired after that incident, and this comes after an internal investigation on the arrest you just saw.
As I explained in the prior video, he seems to have missed something rather important at the police academy. If they're going to arrest the guy, why can't they just go arrest him? Well, he's inside his house. According to the U.S. Supreme Court, police officers cannot arrest you when you're inside your house unless they have a warrant. That's Peyton versus New York. I think it was 1980. They have to have an arrest warrant. All police officers can do without a warrant is walk up to the door, just like a Girl Scout selling cookies, knock on the door, and see if the man will just consensually have this encounter and not demand that they leave his property, in which case they would have to. But were any other Broken Arrow officers fired because more were involved than just Ferguson? Well, there have been additional firings, but as you'll see, not because of this.
That footage and the investigation was ultimately reviewed by the Broken Arrow City Manager's Office, who ultimately decided to terminate Ferguson's employment with the city of Broken Arrow. Now, Broken Arrow Police Department say they are not making any further comment at this time on the incident. Reporting live from Broken Arrow, Mackenzie Richmond for Good Day, Oklahoma.
Oh, by the way, on Friday of last week, I had the great honor of being one of the 2024 recipients of the Governor's Civil Rights Day Award. That was a fantastic ceremony, and I truly was honored to be a part of it. We have a lot of interesting information to get to on this Broken Arrow update. So I'm going to very quickly tell you about the sponsor of this video, and then we're going to break it all down. Many of you have discovered that it can be nearly impossible to find a civil rights lawyer. Although I get calls from all around the country every day, I'm only one person, and I only take specific types of cases, and only in West Virginia. The good news is that if you need a lawyer because you've been injured, you can hire America's largest injury law firm, no matter what state you're in. Morgan & Morgan has over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Because they're the biggest, they have the ability not to settle for lowball offers. Last year in Florida, they got a victim who was in a life-altering car crash, $12.2 million. The insurance only offered them $350,000. They got another victim in New York, $6.8 million. The insurance only offered the victim $275,000. Best part, their service is free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. You can submit a claim and communicate with your legal team all from your smartphone. If you've been seriously injured, it will only take a couple of minutes to start a claim with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/thecivilrightslawyer, found in the description below. According to Fox 23, a Broken Arrow police sergeant was fired by the city manager's office following an investigation of a confrontation with a homeowner from back in May, and that's Richard. Broken Arrow Police announced Sergeant Michael Ferguson was fired from the department. Bodycam video showed Sergeant Ferguson had a confrontation with a homeowner at his door, which ultimately resulted in an arrest inside the home. The Broken Arrow Police Chief said that the man who was arrested was released and not charged with any crime. BAPD said Ferguson was placed on administrative leave as they initiated an internal investigation. Following that investigation, the department said the findings were forwarded to the city manager's office for review. Now, Broken Arrow Police said in a statement that the city manager's office has terminated Ferguson's employment with the city. Fox 23 reached out to the homeowner, Richard, online and knocked at his residence. But they haven't heard back, not surprisingly. The bodycam video released by the Broken Arrow Police shows Richard McMahon being manhandled by police officers all over a parking violation. Police and McMahon said that he parked in front of a truck that was parked in his cul-de-sac in an attempt to block an individual from leaving before police arrived.
It appears this has turned into a disturbance. Yep. Hello.
Good evening.
What's going on?
He's pissed because I'm trying to get this yard done and he doesn't like how I'm parking.
Okay.
Even though I did allow room for everybody else to park because there's nowhere for me to park without blocking somebody's mailbox or their driveway when that's the yard I'm trying to get to. He's trying to tell me I'm supposed to park down by the elementary school. But I did accommodate, make sure I had my cones out, I got space to get around, and as you saw, his own vehicle, he was still able to get out of his own driveway and block the whole freaking section off, which is what he was saying. He couldn't even back out of his driveway because I was blocking the road.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
Neighbor, man. I was just going to say, I mean, Richard, he's a fucking prick. I mean, he's always doing stuff like this. I mean, this guy's just trying to work and cut yards. And I mean, he does stuff like this all the time.
Oh, I'm very familiar with Mr. McMahon.
Yeah. I'm just sorry. I just wanted to vouch for him because I know you're just trying to do your thing, and he's always got to be a I mean, like you heard him, how does that make sense for me to go park down by the elementary school to come way down here on my mower? That's not logical at all.
Anywhere block anything for him, he just loses his mind.
If you exist in this cul-de-sac, he loses his mind.
It's pretty ridiculous.
And like you saw, like he was saying, he couldn't back out. He had plenty of room, even with my tailgate down. Yeah, he was able to get out of his driveway, and he decided to try to barricade me in here.
Okay. Did you at any point in time try to leave?
No, I'm still working. I just got done with mowing. I'm just starting with the edger.
Richard was blocking the road.
Yeah.
Still saw his car out here.
I'm just about done with the edging. I still got to weed eat and then blow it, and then I'm heading off to the next one.
Okay. You have your ID on you?
Certainly.
I haven't quite determined what we want to do yet. So I get here, and he's got his little four-door car blocking the entire cul-de-sac. so that he can't leave. As soon as I pull down the street, he beats feet and pulls back into his garage, shuts all the doors, goes inside. Talking to the RP, who's the lawn guy over here, he asked if he'd start weeding again. I'm like, yeah, sure. Start talking to him, and he's like, yeah, he's on a tirade about how I'm blocking the cul-de-sac. He can't get out of his driveway. Even the firefighter neighbor right there with the 2 trucks, he was trying to get in his driveway. Richard's blocking the entire cul-de-sac, won't let him in. And he comes out and he's like, yeah, Richard's a prick. And I'm like, yep, he is. Yeah, we're very aware. So, really at this point, I was just going to see what all traffic charges I have on Richard. Illegal parking probably would be my guess. Because I asked him, I was like, were you trying to leave it all? And he's like, no, he was just blocking the cul-de-sac. So I'm like, okay. Which I can write him a citation for because I saw that. So it would bring me great pleasure if we could take Richard McMahon to jail tonight. He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist with nothing better to do. No person shall park a vehicle within a street or alley in such a manner or under such conditions as to leave available less than 10 feet of width of roadway for the free movement of vehicular traffic. Do you think that would cover this?
Right here?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Keep
yeah.
this guy from leaving. And I guess when he's referred, he started around, went inside, and has yet to be seen.
Yeah. Because he knows he's in the wrong and he doesn't want...
He's not going to answer the door for us.
No.
Keeps his house good.
McMahon. I hate this guy.
The camera is wrong.
Yep. Oh. I hate Richard McMahon. I don't care. Huh? Oh, I'll stand back and let you guys take care of it. I just think he's a bag. Let it go. He's not going to answer the door for his improper parking, so...
You want to try?
Sure.
He, when I was measuring, did open the door, so he's right there.
No.
Did he answer the door? Like, did he open the door out of curiosity?
He opened the door, then looked, and then closed the door. So he's by the door. He's walking.
Of course he is. Yeah, we can try.
When police arrived on the scene, McMahon was questioned about the incident. Then officers said they needed his driver's license so he could be issued a ticket, which sparked the confrontation. The homeowner attempted to close the door on the officers, and the officer pushed his way in, saying, "I'm investigating a traffic crime. You are detained."
Hello. Just wanted to let you know that the trailer is legally parked.
Oh. So I can go park anywhere in the cul-de-sac the way he's parked?
The way he's parked is legal. The way you were parked when I showed up was not. So I need to see your driver's license so I can issue a citation for blocking the roadway.
I didn't block the roadway.
Yes, you did. I saw you when you... Listen. Hey. I'm investigating a traffic crime. You do not have the right to do that. You are detained. You are detained.
Come in my house.
You are detained.
For what?
For the traffic violation I observed. I need to see your license.
You're detaining me for a traffic violation.
Yes, I am. Open the door.
You're detaining.
Come here. You are under arrest.
After a brief altercation, the officers forced the man on the ground and placed him under arrest.
You are under arrest.
All 5 of you.
Yep, you are under arrest.
All 5 of you. Hey!
You got a gun?
Hey! Let me go!
Stand down.
Hey!
One second. You are under arrest. Quit resisting.
Not resisting!
Give me your arm.
Good Lord! Holy!
Now you're under arrest for resisting arrest, obstruction, and the parking violation.
Okay.
Alright, don't move so I can get these locked.
I never resisted you to begin with.
Yes, you did.
All 5 of you hit me.
It's all on body cam, sir.
Yes, it is.
Alright, we're gonna get you rolled over.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's stand yet.
Alright. Why did you assault me?
We were attempting to investigate the crime and you tried to shut the door on us. Other shoe.
What crime?
The parking violation. Come on. Hey.
I'm going, guys. I'm going.
Hey, real quick. We did this once. Do not do it. Hey, stop. This can go either which way you choose.
I'm choosing to go
peacefully walk out there, or you can keep fighting us and go back to the ground. Do you understand?
Come on, Pepper.
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
I'm not gonna. I thought I could walk out here peacefully. I thought that.
Yeah, we shut the door. Yep. Keep walking.
Ask him. I don't know.
While McMahon was released a day later, he's not out of trouble. According to court records, he has 2 protective orders against him, and some neighbors are saying he's no angel. Fox 23 searched through court records and found that McMahon is charged with several misdemeanors, including 7 counts of violating a protective order. As I argued in the prior video, accountability here should involve more than just Officer Ferguson. There are multiple police officers you see on this body cam footage who are perfectly fine going along with what they did to Richard. And it also says that the Broken Arrow police are still investigating this incident and that the officer has been put on routine administrative leave. What it should read is that this police officer and everyone else who illegally entered Richard's home have been fired and now are facing criminal charges. If we don't have the right to have the police not enter our house without a warrant, then we have no rights at all. But apparently it was just Michael Ferguson who took the blame for the entire incident, which is well deserved, but there were other officers involved as well. Then fast forward to just a few days ago, from the Broken Arrow Sentinel, probe finishes, 3 Broken Arrow police officers fired. So now we have 3 other Broken Arrow officers who have been terminated. Was that in relation to the McMahon incident? No, apparently not. The Broken Arrow Police Department said Monday that 3 officers have been terminated after the conclusion of an internal investigation into reported misconduct. Police said that the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation has taken over the probe, but would not elaborate on the allegations and did not identify the officers involved. The department said that during a May 27th call for service, BAPD patrol officers discovered alleged misconduct by fellow officers that occurred on May 23rd. The alleged misconduct was related to the call for service as well as the patrol officers' investigation. The department has not commented on what policy violations occurred that led to the firing. 2 independent sources told the Sentinel the case involved the theft of ammunition from a residence where an eviction had taken place. Another media outlet, Tulsa World, apparently found out the names of the fired officers pursuant to a FOIA request. They found out that Caitlin Anderson, Jonathan Chisholm, and Jesse Sandoval were all fired Thursday, August 15th. Your actions resulted in serious rule infractions, including pending criminal allegations. Each of the 3 officers' 2-page termination letter states. The Tulsa County District Attorney's Office confirmed that it was reviewing a report from the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation regarding the incident. So this is the second time in less than 30 days that Broken Arrow Police have announced the firing of police officers. And it's apparently been a tough year for Broken Arrow. Earlier this year, Officer William Golden, who was criminally charged by the district attorney after video surfaced of him tasing and pepper spraying a dog on his property, resigned from the department. Then you had the Sergeant Michael Ferguson matter that we just went over. So I did a little more digging and I found where in the comments of the Broken Arrow Police Department's Facebook page, there's this guy who is claiming to have inside information about what this is really about. And this is what he says. All these officers were being investigated for stealing from a house and then trying to cover it up. Hardly anyone will talk about this. The police department is just trying to hide this to save their reputation since it has taken a huge downfall recently. This has nothing to do with the unlawful entry and arrest with Officer Ferguson. He was already terminated and no one else from that incident was being punished. He says that his proof is several sources that work for the city. He can't name them for obvious reasons. He says, I can be a little more specific and state that they were all involved with stealing ammunition from a residence, and then one of them tried to cover it up. I was also told Tulsa County DA office is contemplating criminal charges for all 4. So perhaps that's what that's about. Stealing ammunition from a citizen and then lying about it. Perhaps they should have taken my advice sooner about getting rid of the rest of the officers who were involved in Richard's incident, though I don't know whether those were any of the same people. Perhaps they just need to clean house in Broken Arrow. Well, clean even more house. It's time for police agencies across the country to start taking seriously the rights that we have in our house, in our home, in our castle. Clearly, Officer Ferguson was not taught to respect the home. Clearly, the other officers who were stealing ammo out of somebody's home were not taught to respect the home. Please subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. Also follow me on Twitter at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end.
Just detain you because you're being a little brat.
An Arizona father calls the police on his teenage son, saying he refuses to obey him. But the advice the officers allegedly give him and the shocking moments when they confront this teen, they are now the subject of a brand new lawsuit. And I'm going to be comparing the allegations in the complaint with the intense body cam footage that captured what happened inside that Phoenix home. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. By the way, is this just not a true example of how we cover all different kinds of crime and legal stories here on Sidebar? And look, not everybody has the ability to do what we do here, to try to do a deep dive on these stories. And one of the reasons that we can keep on doing this is because of the amazing support we get from our sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. This is America's largest personal injury law firm. This is a firm with over 1,000 attorneys who have recovered, get this, $25 billion for more than 500,000 clients. In fact, in the past few months alone, a client in Florida received $12 million when insurance offered just $350,000. Out in Pennsylvania, another client was awarded $26 million. That is 40 times the insurer's offer. And Morgan & Morgan, they make it easy to fight for what you deserve. You can start a claim from your phone. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/LC Sidebar. You can click the link below, or you can scan the QR code on screen. Let's go back to early 2024. That's when multiple Phoenix, Arizona police officers responded to a home for a family dispute. Sergio Nino II, this father, told officers that his 16-year-old son, Sergio III, refused to listen to him, refused to obey him, was acting out, skipping school, apparently having girls over, smoking in his room. Pretty typical bad behavior from a teenage boy, right? But on January 23rd, 2024, as the three officers, Sergio, his sister, his dad, as they all crowd into this tiny hallway, this tense situation escalates. And it leads to this 16-year-old allegedly being slammed onto the hallway floor and arrested for aggravated assault. He ended up apparently with significant injuries, and now he has filed a $500,000 lawsuit against the city and the three officers, Christopher Grease, Blake Willer, and Matthew Smith. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you through the officers' body cam footage from that day, and we're going to compare it with what Sergio claims in his lawsuit. So nearly 2 years ago, the elder Sergio, the father, called police out to his home, and he was looking for advice on how to handle what he says was his unruly and disobedient son, who he says has, a couple mental health issues, but he doesn't really expand on that. So the officers had some interesting advice, or at least that's what's captured on the body cam.
What's going on? My son, I called him before. He has having a lot of issues, so I'm on hold right now to try to get him to a treatment center. I'm just having a hang and look. So tonight, he's been gone all day, so he's missed school the last week, and he's just bringing the drugs in the house. He's smoking inside the house. Come on, he's smoking inside the house. And today while I was at work, I saw him leave on my cameras around 4 o'clock, and he just came back a little bit ago. So as soon as I heard something, I went to his room, and I knocked, he didn't open up. And I knocked again, he wouldn't open up. So I went and got a screwdriver to open up the door, and he just pushed against me with the door. So I'm like, open the door, so let me get in. And he wouldn't let me, he just kept pushing back. He's like, get away, he cussed me out. So I forced myself in, he fell back. So then he got up, and he just started cussing at me. I said, give me your phone. He wouldn't give me, so I tried to take his phone away. So he's like pushing at me, kicking at me. I ended up on top and trying to take his phone on top of the bed. My daughter came in. She said, get off him, what are you doing to him? And after that, again, I tried to grab his phone again. Same thing happened. and then I called you guys. So as I was walking away, he spat at me, and I was on the phone with 911. He just on my face. He didn't hit me big, just like one of these.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. So right now he's in his room, and they told me, well, there's nothing we can do because if we take him to juvenile, they're just gonna hold him there for 20 minutes and let him go. What he told me is like, why don't you just discipline him? I'm like, what do you mean discipline? He's like, I have been. I try to ground him. He's like, he does whatever he wants now. He said, no, physically discipline him. I'm like, I can't. I said, if I do that, then I go to jail.
No, you don't.
Well, he told me, he said, just don't leave a mark. Because what he told me, I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I'm a chiropractor. I have a license, I have a professional license. So I'm like, I fear for like my career. You know what I mean? But I can't do this anymore, man. I don't have control of my own house.
Okay, so what do you want to do with him today?
I want him to end up in someplace where he can get help, juvenile, something, because this isn't going to go away. And the thing now, he sees that he doesn't fear anything. He has no fear because the cops have been over and nothing gets done. I called a hotline, crisis hotline. They took him over to 24/7 over at Metro Center. He walked out laughing, and as soon as we left, he took my phone, and I had to call the cops again. One of the officers I'm friends with, his name's Kenny, over in the Metro Center area. He actually came and talked to me, brought him back home, and he even took him on a police ride. Just a couple, 2 or 3 weeks. It hasn't been that long. And I thought maybe I can help him out. He can see what it's like and where he could end up. No, it just hasn't helped. I don't know what to do. I can't physically force him to get into anywhere. You know what I mean? He does his own thing. He runs the house.
Well, you can. You're just choosing not to.
How though? I mean,
you drag him.
Really?
You drag him, you hit him. He is a child. He only has rights from the government. He has no rights from you. So if you wish to beat him, you can beat him. You wish to belt him, belt him.
Even right now, he grabbed his phone, as I was trying to take someone, he's like, I saw you, you're hitting me. I'm like,
He can record you and he can call child services, but if they see that you're disciplining him, they throw it in the shredder.
Okay. Yeah. Again, it's just one of those things, I'm just afraid. I mean, I grew up that way. If I did something wrong, I got the belt and I wouldn't do it again. But I'm just afraid because I've worked so hard for my license, man. And I've been doing my job for over 20 years. I have my own business. I'm just afraid of putting all that in jeopardy, if you know what I mean. So.
Well, it sounds like he needs some real corporal punishment.
If you look at my phone, all you'll see is me trying to find ways. I've been Googling that all the time. It's how do I, behavioral health, military school, which is like $15,000, $16,000 a month. It's just
it's not really a behavioral issue. It's him thinking he's an adult when he's not, and doing what he wants. And he's got a place to live. You're paying for his phone. Are you paying for his car? You're giving him all these things that he wants, but you're not taking any of them away.
Yes.
If he's going to treat you like garbage, you need to treat him like garbage. Throw him out on the street.
He stole $2,000 from me. And so now I have a security box, and he's in and out of my room. He's selling stuff. The other day he left with him and he said it was I don't even know what is in and what's not my house, but I don't feel safe in my own place. I don't feel comfortable with him in my house. He's my son. I love him to death, but I don't know what to do anymore, man.
Many of the comments are quoted directly in the lawsuit. For example, and these are direct allegations from the suit, quote, the officers advised Mr. Nino to drag Sergio and hit him. They went on to tell Mr. Nino that if you wish to beat him, beat him. If you wish to belt him, belt him. Because Sergio only has rights from the government. He has no rights from you. They then advised Mr. Nino, if he's going to treat you like garbage, you treat him like garbage. Throw him out on the streets. So Dad and the officers, they speak for about 10 minutes before they go down the hallway to Sergio's room. Take a look.
Can you talk to him? I mean, can that be done?
We'll talk to
him. Like I said, if there's anything, he's in here. I mean, you can go in his room. See what I'm talking about? He's locked in here. He locked the door. He was just spraying something so it wouldn't smell. He's locked in there.
Sergio, you need to open the door. Dude, what's going on?
What's up? Hold up, just give me a second.
How you going? No, hey, get back.
That's not how it works, buddy.
Sassy.
You don't just push by us.
Oh no, I was just going to get my sister.
So what's going on?
I was just going to get my sister. What's your sister have to do with it? We're talking to you.
Oh yeah, because my sister is here to support something. She's actually keeping this here.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to talk to you, not him.
Oh, okay. Hey, get back.
That's not how it works, buddy.
Sassy.
You don't just push by us.
Oh no, I was just going to get my sister.
So what's going on?
I was just going to get my
sister. What's your sister have to do with it? We're talking to you.
Oh yeah, because my sister is here to support something. She's actually keeping this here.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to talk to you, not him.
Oh, okay.
Why are you smiling? What's so funny?
I think it's pretty funny that we're in this situation right now after you.
It's your house?
Yeah.
They'll take whatever you take.
He can tell you that, yeah.
He can tackle me.
He can. Legally,
Yeah.
yes.
Really? Really? So he can abuse me legally?
He's not abusing you.
So when he's
trying to discipline you,
can
someone who's acting like a little brat. See you smiling again. What's so funny?
Hi.
Can you support me, your sister?
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree. I don't think that's okay.
It's perfectly legal and okay.
Actually, he was looking.
Your dad should beat you.
Yes.
Other than sending you to the hospital, your dad should beat you.
Yeah.
Anything in your room is gone.
Yeah, my dad looked at me and he said, you're a little. He said, this is why your ex cheated on you, and then he tackled me and he proceeded to.
And that's, I'm saying, okay. And as a kid, you have to take it. You have no rights.
Yeah, actually,
from your parent.
I don't have another parent, so he's my only.
Yep, and you're treating him like garbage.
I'm treating him like garbage.
Yeah.
So how would
Do you pay for this house?
Are you have you been here to see the whole situation?
Do you pay for the house?
Do you pay for your car, house, phone?
He doesn't have a car.
I don't have a car. I don't.
Okay, so do you pay for this house?
I pay for my phone bill. Yeah. I don't.
Did you pay for the phone?
I need the phone. Where's the phone? Give me the phone.
I'm not gonna get my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I pay for it.
It's my phone. You better change the service into this. It's my phone. Give me the phone.
I pay for it.
Give me the phone.
Who bought the phone?
I pay for it.
Who bought the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to answer, so it's not yours.
I just like pot for Sergio.
It doesn't. I mean, you can check my room gladly. There isn't any pot. If you would like, can you please not touch me?
Oh my God,
this
is.
You're not controlling the situation.
I know, so can you please not touch me?
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? We can put you in handcuffs right now.
For what?
Just detain you because you're being a little brat.
Okay, now at one point, Sergio's sister, who I mentioned before, she comes out. And this is who his dad says was, quote, supporting and defending her brother. So she comes out into the hallway to find out what's going on. One of the officers appears to demand that she go back into her room. And when she seemingly resists, her father gets involved, saying that he's kicking her out of the house. And things are getting much, much more tense in this, again, narrow hallway. And that is when we get to the main center, the crux of this lawsuit. Because of how violent this apparent takedown is, I got to give you a warning. We can't show you this full clip. It's going to violate YouTube's guidelines. But Sergio starts to apparently record himself and Officer Willer. And then that is when Officer Willer allegedly grabs his phone and Sergio reaches to take it back. And all the officers then appear to grab Sergio, trying to put him in handcuffs. And one of the officers even seemingly lifts him up into the air and slams him onto the ground face first.
I didn't do anything wrong! It doesn't matter!
Whoa!
I was standing still!
Go to jail.
I was standing still!
Go to jail for ag assault!
When you go to Sergio's lawsuit, the complaint, it actually includes still images from the body cam. And in the series of photos, you can see Sergio on his phone. Officer Willer appears to grab the top of it, and he takes it out of Sergio's hands. Sergio appears to look surprised, turns to reach for the phone. The lawsuit reads, Sergio's conduct was non-violent and non-aggressive and was a natural, logical response under the circumstances. Reasonable law enforcement officers could not have thought Sergio was assaulting them or otherwise posing any threat. Immediately after Sergio turned towards Officer Willer, Officers Grease and Willer attacked Sergio. So when he was thrown to the ground, Sergio's chin had apparently hit the wood floor, and the lawsuit says that he had a 3-centimeter laceration which sent blood flying all over the hallway. As the officers appear to haul Sergio outside, he immediately tells them that the handcuffs are way too tight.
Too tight! It's too tight! It's too tight! I'm losing my circulation! I'm tight! Please, it's too tight! It's too tight!
So the officers had Sergio sit on the ground near the patrol vehicles, and this is when they allegedly berate him for what they say was an attack.
You don't ever get to lunge at an officer.
I didn't.
You lunged. That is aggravated assault. Now you're going to juvie.
I tried to grab my phone. He took my phone.
It's not your phone.
He doesn't have
Stop crying.
He didn't have a warrant.
I don't need a warrant. It's not yours. It's your dad's. That's how that works. Then you push him, stupid as can be.
Look at my chin.
I don't care, because you're resisting. You wouldn't go on in the handcuffs.
And by the way, speaking of handcuffs, Sergio continues to tell the officers that the cuffs are basically cutting off his circulation. Now, to be fair, this is something police hear a lot from people that they've detained, and they're not just so keen to loosen them. That could present a danger to themselves and others. And we know handcuffs aren't intended to be comfortable. But the officers, they continue to say that they checked and the handcuffs are just fine.
They're not tight.
Stop. It's tight. It hurts. It hurts my
They're not
wrist.
supposed to be comfortable.
But it hurts.
They're not supposed to be comfortable.
It a little bit.
No.
I'm not going to loosen them so you can slip your hands at them.
No, you're fine.
No, it just hurts. Like,
Yeah,
it hurts
they're
my
uncomfortable.
wrist. No, but it hurts my wrist. Like, I'm losing something.
They're uncomfortable. They're handcuffs. You want to act like an adult, so now you get to see how being an adult works.
Look, you even got your sister screwed now. She's 18. She needs to get kicked to the streets. You did it.
I did it.
You did it. You caused all that.
I did it. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Your dad did not assault me. You assaulted me. That is your choice.
I didn't.
So now these are your consequences.
I've heard like a lot of stories about cops just giving people a lot of middle fingers. I actually went on a ride along there too long ago with the police officer about 2 weeks ago.
And yet you're still doing this kind of stuff.
What kind of stuff am I doing though? I kind of like...
Well, assaulting cops?
I didn't assault a cop.
You
though.
did. You assaulted me.
I would love to take that up in court.
Well, you'll have your day in court.
I mean, I would love to.
Then you go back inside the house, and Sergio's father is sitting on the couch in the living room as Officer Smith explains what's going to happen next.
So yeah, he's going to be going to jail for aggravated assault. He's going to go to the hospital first, get some stitches, and then from there he'll be transported. But even with it being a felony, it's still probably going to be the same thing. Be down there for an hour or two and then call you to come pick him up.
Okay.
Most likely. They might hold him. It's possible, but we'll see. Yeah, it'll be juvenile. It could be referred to adult court, but it's not. That time will tell for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this, man.
No, it's all right. He shouldn't have done what he did. We've tried to explain to him what he did wrong. He's not comprehending, or he's just choosing not to. But
that's what I'm doing.
yeah.
I'm just out.
Yeah. I know it's frustrating. Like I try to express to you, I'd look into emancipating him. He is 16. He's at that age where you probably could do that.
Okay.
And at that point, he's an adult. You don't want him here. You can just come out.
Okay.
So I'd look into that. If not that, maybe group homes. Just all that's going to do is help you. It's not going to help him. He's not going to get any help in a group home. But I think part of it probably is, his mental health issues. But I think the other part of it is just him being a teenager thinking he can do whatever he wants.
That's exactly what it is.
So
Okay.
I wish you the best of luck. I think we have all your info, so we shouldn't have to come back in and talk to you again. But if we do, we'll just come knock again.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
It's at this point a paramedic arrives to address the cut to Sergio's chin, which will need stitches. And he once again reports that he's in severe pain because of the handcuffs, but the officers seemingly appear to brush him off.
Loosen the handcuffs, please.
We've already checked them several times.
It hurts.
They're uncomfortable.
No, look. I can't move my hand. It hurts.
You're not supposed
my
to
hand
move
is
your
going
hands.
numb. Can you please loosen it a bit? Please.
So you can slip them and assault us again? Not happening.
Now, I talk a lot about the handcuffs. We're going to get back to that. So according to the lawsuit, quote, in the few minutes it took the officers to move Sergio out of the house, Sergio told the officers the handcuffs were too tight more than 25 times. And when Sergio was transported to a hospital, the lawsuit states, a nurse noticed Sergio was tearful and complaining of pain, and so she asked the officers to loosen Sergio's handcuffs. The officers refused, claiming the handcuffs were not tight and that Sergio was moving too much. When the nurse alerted the officers to the fact that Sergio's right wrist was swelling, the officers finally complied with the request to loosen the handcuff on Sergio's right wrist. Now, this part's important. Quote, an x-ray taken at the hospital revealed that Sergio had a fractured wrist for which he required surgery. By the way, this teen also needed 5 stitches in his face to close the cut. That's the allegation, the claim from the lawsuit as well. There is another concerning claim in the lawsuit, and that's that Sergio repeatedly told the officers that his father abused him. Now, the allegation being that after saying this, the officers really didn't take him seriously. In a notice of claim that was filed to show the intention of bringing a lawsuit against the defendants, Sergio's attorneys wrote, quote, Sergio told the officers that his father abuses him. Despite being mandatory reporters of child abuse, the officers outright dismissed Sergio, telling him that he had not been abused and that Mr. Nino can hit Sergio, tackle him, and do whatever he wants. As Sergio tried to further explain Mr. Nino's physical abuse, Officer Willer told Sergio, you have no rights, and your dad should beat you. Sergio's sister confirmed Sergio's claim, but like Sergio, she was ignored and dismissed by the officers without showing any interest in or making investigation into the reported child abuse. And then you have this tearful Sergio who made claims of abuse as he's sitting handcuffed and bleeding on the ground outside of his home. And again, this is all captured on the body cam.
You really don't know anything. You really don't know anything.
I know that your dad is scared to lose his job to hit you, which he should have been doing for a long time.
It's really funny, man.
I'm not laughing. You're the one laughing.
Abused all when I was a child.
Do you not know what is?
You don't. I know. I clearly know what abuse is. I was choked by my mom was an alcoholic. Okay. She died of alcohol poisoning. You really don't know anything, man. I was abused all when I was a child.
When you don't even remember?
I really lived this. I know. I remembered it because it was up until I was 11 when she died. You really don't know anything, man. Like, it's really messed up. It's really messed up. It's really messed up. So I really don't like getting abused now too. I really don't like it. You really don't understand. You really don't understand. My dad abused my mom a lot of times. I watched him hit her. I watched him choke her. I watched him spit on her.
So your dad abused your mom, who abused you. Interesting circle.
Yeah, that's how I lived. That's how I grew up.
So you decided to be a little brat?
So I decided to be a little brat now? Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You really don't know anything about my dad. You really don't know anything.
Going back to the nurse at the hospital, she also reported to the officers that Sergio had made claims of abuse. Going back to the notice of claim, it says, again, instead of taking the report of child abuse seriously, as they are statutorily required to do, the officers dismissed Sergio's claims of child abuse. To justify their deliberate indifference to these repeated reports of child abuse, the officers wrote in their incident report that they explained the circumstances to the nurse and reported that Sergio had not made a prior claim of abuse, which was false. And the notice includes a snippet of the actual police report as well, in which Officer Grease writes, while Sergio III was being treated, he began making statements to medical staff that his father abused him and was punching him in the face. Medical staff contacted Officer Willer, Smith, and I about the issue. We explained the circumstances around what had occurred and his recent behavior. We also notified medical staff that he made no statement to us at any time that his father is actually abusing him. Now, the lawsuit also lays out prior incidents that these officers were apparently involved in that resulted in investigations into their behavior. Now, this will be interesting to see if this actually comes out at a trial, but it is interesting that it's put into the lawsuit. So what does it say? So, for example, there is a section titled Officer Willer's Known Propensities, and it states, Officer Willer was responding to a father's call regarding a family domestic dispute. In arriving, Officer Willer pushed a 14-year-old girl to the ground to handcuff her. The father protested Officer Willer's force against his 14-year-old daughter, which resulted in Officer Willer pushing the father, the person who originally requested the officer's presence, multiple times. The father repeatedly told Officer Willer and the other officer that he did not want his daughter arrested and that she was suffering from mental health issues. But Officer Willer ultimately ignored the father and continued on with arresting his 14-year-old daughter. In another incident, Officer Willer, according to this lawsuit, was accused of not taking a mother's report that her teen daughter was in a relationship with a grown adult very seriously. And it was actually his partner, they claim, this lawsuit claims, that day his partner was the one who ended up verifying the suspect's age and arresting them. Again, according to the lawsuit, quote, Officer Willer has been issued, quote, supervisory counseling multiple times as a result of the various complaints, investigations, and policy violations. Quick note, these are allegations that are made in the complaint, right? We don't know if any of these incidents happen the way that they're being described, but these are allegations. And now we go to Officer Smith, because the complaint also accuses Officer Smith of being unnecessarily aggressive. The suit states, in July 2023, Officer Smith transported a 14-year-old girl to a clinic after she made self-harm statements. When Officer Smith entered the 14-year-old girl's clinical room, the 14-year-old girl spit on Officer Smith. Officer Smith then pushed the 14-year-old girl's neck and chest towards the bed and exited her clinical room. When he exited the room, he swung his right arm and struck the wall in the hallway with an open palm, causing a palm-sized hole in the drywall. As a result of the incident, Officer Smith was issued a written reprimand. So Sergio's legal team filed the lawsuit under two claims here. First, they allege that the officers who interacted with Sergio violated the Fourth Amendment. And the Fourth Amendment, of course, protects people from unreasonable and excessive force during searches and seizures. The lawsuit contends that Sergio was never a threat, that he was an unarmed minor, that the officers' reaction to him searching for his phone was unreasonable. The second claim is for battery, which is against all the defendants, so that includes the city of Phoenix. And this is talking about an intentional harm here. According to the lawsuit, at all relevant times, the officer defendants who used force against Sergio were acting under the direct supervision and control of the city of Phoenix, who is vicariously liable for the actions of the officer defendants that interacted with Sergio. Now, vicarious liability in the law is when you can hold a principal, so an organization, a company, a city, responsible or liable for the actions of their agents, their employees, who do something during the course and scope of their employment. By the way, going back to Sergio, he was accused of aggravated assault on a police officer and a resisting arrest, but according to his lawyer, the charges were dropped. Sergio's lawyer also told the outlet, Arizona Family, that Sergio's father supports him taking this legal action and that apparently things between them are much better, that their relationship is much better now. So Sergio and his attorneys, they are demanding a jury trial. According to Maricopa County Civil Court records, a summons has been sent to each of the defendants, but apparently no response has been filed back yet. A Phoenix PD spokesperson told Arizona Family that it doesn't comment on ongoing litigation, but we'll keep a careful eye on where this goes next. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts. You can follow me on X or Instagram. I'm Jesse Weber. I'll speak to you next time.
Only to get absolutely destroyed by their mother. He didn't just lose his badge, he cost the department $2 million.
Out now! Out now! Face the car! No, not open lane.
I didn't know.
I'm pulling you over.
I didn't know.
Take off.
I didn't know.
Why are you coming in here?
It all went down in Broward County, Florida. High schooler Corbin and his sister were driving to school when they passed Deputy Tucker Bailey, working traffic duty. The deputy didn't have his lights or siren on, he just waved his hand. Corbin thought the cop was signaling him to change lanes, so he merged right and kept driving. But the deputy, he took that personally.
Here, take that.
Corbin pulled over the second he heard the siren. The deputy didn't follow protocol. No asking for ID, no explaining the stop. He just ripped the door open, yanked Corbin out, and slapped the cuffs on him immediately.
Out now! Out now! Face the car! My mom, no?
What's going on, sir?
I pulled you over and you took off. I waved you over and you took off.
You didn't.
When a police officer standing in front of you and waves you over, I pointed to the side of the road and you took off.
I thought you were pointing to the open lane, sir.
No, not open lane.
I didn't know.
I'm pulling you over.
Corbin tried to explain that he just misunderstood the hand signal and was trying to get to class. But the deputy wasn't hearing it. In his mind, this wasn't a misunderstanding. He was fleeing and eluding.
I was turning around. I had to turn left to get to school.
Right.
Sir, I didn't know.
To the wallet?
Yes, it's in my backpack.
Have a seat.
Meanwhile, Corbin's sister in the passenger seat was terrified and crying because of how aggressive the officer was being. But she made the smartest move possible. She called her mom, who just happens to be a lawyer. When the deputy realized who was on the phone, instead of cooling down, his attitude got even worse.
You have a driver's license for him, ma'am?
No, I don't know where it is. It's here. It's not. I don't know where it is.
Why would he take off? I waved you over and pointed to the side of the road. Why would he take off? Why would he take off?
My mom wants to talk to you.
Sure. Is this his mom?
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Deputy Barry Sheriff's Office. How are you? Good. I pulled your son over and he took off on me. Ma'am, it's not real hard when I step right in front of his car and point to the side of the road. You're not listening to me, ma'am. You are not listening to me.
The mom identified herself as an attorney and tried to explain the situation. Deputy kept arguing, trying to justify his power trip. So the experienced lawyer did the best thing she could do. She went silent, but she didn't hang up. She stayed on the line and listened to every single rude, aggressive word he said to her terrified daughter.
Look at the center console.
I don't know where it is. I don't know if he has a wallet. It's typically in his phone. I don't know where it is.
Okay, set your phone there. We're not doing any phone calls during my traffic stop.
She was just a passenger in the front seat, posing zero threat and calling nobody dangerous. Confiscating that phone, that is a straight-up violation of her civil rights.
It's real simple. A police officer steps in front of your car and points to the side of the road, and you can see there's another car pulled over, correct? Can you see the other car pulled over? Yes.
Yes.
And then when I'm pointing to the side of the road for you, I'm not telling you to go into another lane. I am telling you to pull over. You go to North Broward?
Yes.
Then you should be happily educated to know that when a police officer is waving you over and stands directly in front of your car and points to the side of the road, and then you start going over and then you take off. And then you pull into somewhere where you don't belong right here either.
Because I have to turn left to turn around because I missed the exit on Lions.
You missed the exit on Lions.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Then you could have did a U-turn right there.
I know. I was trying to.
So, where's your driver's license at?
It's in my wallet in my backpack.
Where's your backpack?
It's in the back left.
What you committed was a felony.
It's real simple. Corbin didn't speed off. He just misunderstood a hand wave, and the second the lights went on, he pulled over. There was zero legal ground for an arrest. But the deputy, he decided to charge this kid with a felony right there on the spot. A charge like that destroys a high schooler's entire future.
Ask for you to find his backpack and give me his license. You guys go to a very nice school. It's very obvious when a police officer stands in front of your car.
You thought you were telling us to.
Well, no, I'm not telling you to change lanes. As you can see, there was another car already pulled over. If I stand directly into front of your car, and point to the side of the road and start walking to your car as you pass me, that would be an indicator that the police officer is pulling me over.
Sorry.
The officer ran Corbin's license, found nothing, and realized he had to let him go. That's when he finally explained why he stopped them, something he should have done in the first 10 seconds.
Now that I've properly identified you, I can take the handcuffs off. I detained you because you had no driver's license on you. Do you understand? You're going to have a seat in your car. I'm going to write you a citation that's in the road. This is going to be a lesson learned for you, Coben. Arm back.
The whole procedure was completely backward. And even though he clearly knew he messed up, his ego wouldn't let him back down. Instead of apologizing, he doubled down and wrote a bogus ticket just to cover his tracks.
Okay, Coben, here's your phones back. Here's your license back. Next time a police officer stands directly in front of your car, and points to the side of the road in front of the car that is already pulled over, you should pull over, not slow down and go to the right and then take off. You understand? Okay. You're getting this traffic citation guide for failure to turn right. The lane you're in is a right turn only. You can't drive up to those poles and stop and then cut in because you disrupt traffic. If you're in the right turn lane, then you got to make the right turn. You understand? Okay, put your seatbelt back on, go to school. Let this be a learning experience. I'm sure I'll get a call from your mom, but the nice thing about what I have is a body camera. It shows you slowly pulling over and then going. I don't know what your thought process was, but...
At this point, the deputy knew a lawsuit was coming, and he was right. Corbin's parents sued for false arrest, excessive force, and emotional distress, demanding $5 million. In the end, the court awarded the siblings a massive $2 million settlement. As for Deputy Tucker Bailey, he was fired for gross misconduct.